Hello friends, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified for new videos.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video of this series, we have learned how we can create the events on all the buttons and how we can implement the logics on the different functionalities of the button like this back button when we have this kind of strings and we want to remove the indexes from right, so we can do this, and how we can implement the logic that we will have a valid value with only a single decimal. If you have not watched those series, I'll give you the link in the I button. Now, today we are going to learn how we can implement the logics of calculations for the plus, minus, divide and other percentage, square root and other buttons. So for that, we need to have some methods. So for that, I'm going to create an interface. Here it is, Java interface. Clicking on next. I'm naming it as calculations and hit finish. So we got the interface. Now I'm going to create some methods like void add. So as we know, in interface we don't have body for any method, and by default methods are public. So same, I'm going to create method for subtract, then void for multiply, then same for divide, like this. Let me see, do we need some other? No. So these are the four methods which we will have in our calculator. So now I'm going to just implement this calculation interface so that we will have all the methods. Implement calculations, like this. Now it is giving error. So for that we need to, calculator is not abstract and does not override abstract method divide in calculations. So okay, I need to use all the methods of my interface. So I'm going to call them uh, here. So add, here it is, like this. Then we will have the subtract. Then we will have the divide. Sorry, multiply, we will call it. Then we will have the divide one. Sorry, yes. So we got all the four methods and we don't have the error now. I'll show you here. We are not getting any error. Now to organize this code, I'm going to create another method in the class. So here it will be void and like private void and set result, and I'm giving an argument string value, or we can say result. Then result will be set to the text field. So j text field dot set text equals to result. Then every time when we will have the result, the label text will remove. So for that I am setting the text for not the text field for j label. Yes, and it will be blank. Sorry, it is set action. We need set text. Yes, like this. So this is the function. So we don't need every time these uh, two rows or two line of code to write in each function. We just need to call this method. So now, okay, so I forgot one more thing. We need to pass some arguments also, which needs to be calculated. So in this I'm going to pass variables double a, then second one will be double b. So same kind of arguments I'm going to pass. So like this, here also, and here. Now I will get error in calculator class. Here we are getting error, so we need to pass here also like this and like this. So we are not getting any error now. Now I'm going to call it. So let's do it for sum. So here I'm going to call it set result and a plus b. So it is giving error. What is the error? Incompatible type double cannot be converted to string. So we can convert this double to string here also, and we can convert it in the method here also. So let me just make it as double, not the string, double, and here we will convert the double to string. So double dot to string like this. Yes, and I need one more bracket here. So it is fine. Now we are not getting any error. So by the same like we will call it here also, but this is subtract, so we will give the minus. Now for the multiply we will just call it and enter the sign of multiply, and for divide we will have the divide, sorry, like this. Done. Now we need to call this method on selection of each button. Like if we have this multiply, then we need to call the multiply method, or we will have this minus one, then we will call the abstract one. But those function always will call on the press of equals to. So let's do that. So I'm closing it, going to design, clicking on it, and now here we need to do the coding. But before that we need to get what calculation we want. We want add, subtract, divide or multiply. So for that we need to create an event on the click on these buttons. So for divide, let me just, yeah, here. So for that I need to save the that I want divide calculation for the given numbers. So for that I'm going to declare a variable, string variable. So private string and sign like this. Now I'm just going to call it here. So here sign equals to, and it will be divide like this. Yes, and I'm doing same for all the buttons. So for multiply, sign equals to multiply, and I'm just going to copy it. For minus, it will be minus, and for add it will be add like this. Now on click of this equals to, we will have switch case, and for that switch sign case equals to, sorry, plus, then we will call the add. Now we want two double values to get the calculations. So for that I'm going to give a condition here that this switch condition only will execute if j text dot get text dot length equals, oh sorry, greater than 0, and like this. And if that's so, then we will have the value of that text box as double. So I'm giving it as b equals to, going to copy this and pasting it here, get text. Now I'm going to pass this string as double dot parse double, like this, and here, yeah, like this. Now we have the b value. Now we need another value which will be a. So for that I'll show you here. So like I'm going to 9 and minus 5. So when I press equals to, I'm getting this 5 and the minus or plus, but we are not saving this value as 9 in any variable to have the calculation. So for that I need to declare one more variable as double. So I am creating one more private double, and to be, sorry, to be calculated value. Now we need to save this value whenever I'll press the sign, minus, multiply or divide. So again we need to go the sign button events. Now we need to store that value in the to be calculated value. So to be calculated value equals to, and I am doing double because we will get as string it, sorry, double dot parse double, then j text field dot get text, like this. And so on each sign button we need to call this, and now here, like this. So we have achieved that also. Now I'm going to run it. Okay, so we are getting some error. Let's see here. Okay, so okay, fine. So we are running it, or I'm just going to comment it. Now let's run this. So on click of this sign, we are getting the sign and one number which we want to calculate. So on click of that we are getting error. What is the error? So number format exception. Why it is giving? Because we don't have any value in this text box, that is why giving exception. So if I want to show you here in the class, okay, so here we are getting this text box value and it is showing blank, which is string, and the to be calculated value is type of double. So that is why we are getting number format exception. So for that we will get this value only when we have any number in the text value. So I'm going to give a condition here. If j text dot length greater than 0, then only this code will work. So like this, here, now again, and okay, plus button, yeah, so it's done. So I'm closing it and running it again, and let's see whether we are getting that exception or not. So now we are not getting any exception. Yes. Okay, so this is done. Closing it. Now what we want, like uh,
when we have the number in the text box and when we press any of these buttons like minus, so it will blank this text box and set the same text to the label with the pressed button sign. So for that, I'm going to create another method. So just above the main, and I'm making it private void and naming it as store, sorry, store to be calculated calculated value, and here I am passing a string and declaring as sign. So now here we will have the value of the text box first. So saving it as string value equals to j text field dot get text like this, and then we will have this value into the uh, double dot parse double value dot sign like this, and JLabel dot set text, we will have the value and giving a space then plus sign like this. So now on click of every sign which is divide, multiply, minus, plus, so this method should be called to set the text to the label. So from divide, yeah, here. Okay, so I have already done this here. So maybe I can remove this and just giving the sign here. Sign, yes, like this. Yeah. So, okay. Now I'm just going to copy it and calling it in all the methods. Okay, like this and like this and here also. Okay, so like this, yeah. So sorry, Alt Shift F. Yes, it has aligned the code. Now I'm running it. Let's see our logic is working fine or not. So I'm pressing minus. Okay, we are not getting any exception. So I'm pressing 5. Let's see. Yes, we are appending the text to the label as number and the sign, but we are not getting this to be blank. So for that, again in the same method, and here after this we will just set the text of this variable or control, set text as blank. So let's see, I need to close this, pressing it, 9 plus, yes, we are getting the blank. Okay, so we are done with this, but what if when we press 3 and now when we press equals to, the calculation should be happen for addition, which is 9 plus 3, it will be as 12. So now we will have this, and I'm closing it, going to design, and let's see for double, oh sorry, for addition, not the addition, for this equals to, now I am uncommenting it, we have the b, now here we have to be calculated, value. So what is the error? Okay, so the terminator. Yes. Now, now I am just using break keyword so that after addition it will break from the switch. Now let's run this, and now 6 plus 3 equals to, let's see, 9. But here we are getting exception unsupported operation accepted, not supported yet. So let's see. So here, okay, so I need to just remove these exceptions. uh, okay, I am just commenting them like this. Yeah, okay, so it's done. Now I am running it again. So 6 plus 3 equals to 9. Yes, we are getting. And when we are going to minus, let's see, 8, let's see what we will have. We will have nothing because we have not implemented the logic for minus. So we are going to this equals to, and in switch we will use, okay, so I need to just uh, remove this extra line. I'm going to copy this. Now pasting it again, and here for minus the subtract one called, and again for multiply the multiply will call this one, and for divide divide will call. So divide, sorry, spelling mistake. Sorry, divide button, yes, this one, divide. Alt Shift F, code is aligned. Now let's rerun it. Now let's see. So 5 plus 3 equals to 8. It is fine. Minus 1, we are getting 7. It is also working fine. Multiply by 2 equals to, yes, it is giving 14. Divided by 2 again, and resulted 7. So these science calculations are working fine. So friends, this is it for this part of the video. In next video, we will get to know how we can implement the logic for these upper rows signs. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share. If you have any query, you can just comment your queries in comment box. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notified for every new video. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.